welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're going to do a look over of November and we're going to do a look at for December. So let's get started. So this month was very much so stressful and tiresome. I've done a lot of running around this month. The holiday months are always super busy, super crazy to begin with, but nonetheless, let me show you guys how November ended up. I finally got my update for the Hemlock and Oak planner that I ordered back in August. Finally, I will be getting that this coming week, so I'm really excited to share that with you. So when I do get it, I promise you I'm going to do a share and tell, a show and tell. I wanted to make sure that I was in frame. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at November. So I told you guys this month I was curating or creating some things for this planner. I don't know if I will be in this planner for 2024. We'll see, because I do have the Hemlock and Oak as primarily the one thing that I want to kind of move into alongside my other planners. But I've been kind of, doing my usual planning that I would have done in my plum planner in here. So I did create a Kanban board, and basically as stuff pops up, I've just been putting it in this to-do section, and then when I finally get to these tasks and I start working on them, they'll move to in progress, and then these will be the completed tasks. Overflow of to-dos go on the back, so tasks to be delegated, they will go on the back. Now, November, I had a wellness vision board that I tried to create and follow for this month, but I didn't anticipate how busy and how draining I would be most of the time. So I actually fell completely off the vision that I had set forth for myself for November. I had really good intentions and realistic intentions to meet, like realistic goals, but I fell off of that. Last time I talked about, I briefly skimmed over this because I had forgotten to cover most of what's on the back here. So basically, what I failed to mention last time is I have some before pictures, and the before pictures are just images of me that I've taken with my camera, and then I printed them out so that I had a visual of like how I look now, and so it would be a constant reminder of this is what I'm working towards, to get rid of all of the things that I don't like. So I was working towards, a weight loss goal, and the back would basically capture how many workouts I've done in the month and my water intake, because I realized that I was drinking more caffeinated beverages and juices, and I'm not a juice drinker, I'm not a pop drinker, but for this month I found myself doing a lot of the opposite. So I was drinking a lot of that stuff. So as you can basically see, I only did 2 workouts this month, which kind of made me feel defeated, because the whole purpose for this board was to be a goal, and basically like a place to reflect and a place to map out what it is that I wanted to do and try to work towards that. I failed at this. The holiday seasons is probably the worst time to work on self-improvement goals, and I don't like doing self-improvement goals at the start of the new year, because basically everyone's on that jump band of new me, new year, and I'm just like, or new year, new me, and I don't want to be that. I've been struggling to work at goals like this for as long as I can remember, so I'm going to keep trying, even though December brings more holidays and more holiday foods and relaxation. I'm still going to work towards my goal, because I believe that if it's something that you really, really want, you will keep fighting for that goal. So this is something that I'm going to carry over into December and try to work towards a little bit of more healthier habits, still keeping with realistic goals to meet and all of that. So November, I basically, usually for my calendar, I usually put everything in here, but this time I basically just put in things as they occurred or popped up. So when I had a gathering with someone, when we had appointment changes, when we had things popping up, they would go into this calendar, and I felt like that was more beneficial to me than just having my son's appointments that I already know the days and the times in which they are put in here. At least at this way of doing it, if his appointments change dates or times, then I could write them in here, and then that way I can see that there was a change. The sidebar, I did some must-dos and some monthly goals, basically like some top things to do for the month, and hit or miss with a few of those. I really wanted to get Christmas shopping done this month. I didn't get that done, so that's going to spill over into December. So I'm not really upset about it, but yeah, just something that I wanted to work on or work towards. So the layout that I'm using is the dashboard layout, and I think I did a mini flip of this, or like a setup of this. So basically this was the first week of November. It was the end of October, beginning of November, and basically I had a shopping list, I have my weekly routines, and then I write a couple of notes. I usually have like my looking ahead and like some important things. I didn't really have a lot of important things for this particular week, but this is how it has primarily been going. I've been writing workouts here, though, as you just saw, I have not been completely following them. I still write them just in case if I do decide that, okay, this week I want to really work really, really hard, at least they're there and I know what they are, and so I can do them. And then I use check boxes, which if I have it up here, I use check boxes to basically give me like a list for each day. So I use this stencil here. I do have the Happy Planner checklist stencil, but this one's just a little bit easier to maneuver in my opinion. But anyway, I use this to basically draw my boxes. For December, I think I'm going to use the circles. Nothing against the boxes, I just want to switch it up. So I think I'm going to use the circles this time. But basically, this is how my weeks have looked consistently throughout. I've had a ongoing weekly to-do list, some important notes, things that I'm looking forward to, like if I knew packages or anything was coming up for the week, or if I knew something that was scheduled that would be coming up, like lunch with my best friend or something like that, I could write it here. And then so on, if I made a purchase and I got refunded some money, I wrote notes about that. So basically my weekly is just a snapshot of to-dos and important reminders and notes. And if you've followed my planning journey, then you know I basically plan the same way that I have planned across all of my planners. I started adding, what is this, the week of the 13th through the 19th. So I started adding a sheet of paper because I realized that there were some days that had more to-dos or more notes than others, and so I needed a place to kind of brain dump a lot of that stuff. I needed a place to capture more like a grocery list, or some things that I didn't really have day specifics, but maybe this side was full and maybe this was full, so I just needed an extra place to write notes. I always talk about the dashboard layout not being like a lot of space, but then it is a lot of space. So it's kind of like when you don't have a whole lot going on, it's plenty space, but when you have a lot going on, it's not that much. And so I find myself doing this where I'm adding in things, and then as you know, when you keep adding in, you kind of go over the size of your disc, which is the problem that I have, with ring planners, which is why I moved away from the rings, because I couldn't get everything that I wanted into those 25 millimeter or 30 millimeter rings. And when I bumped it up to I think it was 2-inch rings, or no, was it 1.5? I think it was 1.5-inch rings. When I bumped it up to that, I still couldn't get everything that I wanted, because I just had so many things that I wanted and just couldn't get everything in there. Okay, So fast forward, this is this current week. Today is Sunday as I'm filming this. Don't know if this will go up today or if it'll go up Monday, but nonetheless, here's this current week, and I still have followed the same kind of layout for the last couple of weeks, except for this time I have started pre-planning the weeks ahead. So like when I'm in, so like for instance, if I'm in this week and I know things are starting to pop up for the current or the following week, I will then start taking some sticky notes and then writing the things that I know are going to happen for those specific days. And then when I get to those days, if they still are set in stone, I'll just start writing them in. And that way I'm not filling up the space that I could use for other things. And then that way, if the task does happen, then I can move, I can reuse some of these task labels, because some of them don't have day specifics, or task specifics. They're just general things. But if I know something like this one says lunch with my best friend, this one did happen, so I could take that one off and check create schedule for today. That's one that I can save for future Christmas shopping, and I can move that one around too until I get it done. So useful flags and little sticky notes and things like that. So here we are. Here we are for next week. Now, what I really want to do is a plan with me. A lot of you guys don't really watch the plan with me's when I do them, and so I kind of feel like it's just a waste of time to sit here and do a plan with me. You guys let me know how you feel about that in the comments. But like I said, a lot of you don't really watch the plan with me's, and I don't want to bore you or waste anybody's time, including my own, sitting here doing a plan with me if no one's gonna watch. So yeah, to that, I'm pretty sure a lot of you really just want to see me use the smaller planners and the Bujos and things like that. And I promise you, my planning will look a little different for 2024 if you're looking forward to that. But I don't think that I'll ever deter solely from this now, because I really like disc. So to all the people who love me using a bullet journal, I hope that doesn't deter you from wanting to watch. I still have a lot of useful just things that I do in my planner that can translate to other things and can be helpful. So yeah, I hope that didn't deter you. But yeah, I do have some bullet journals, some book bound planners that I'm going to be using for 2024. So if that's what you're more interested in, I completely get it. But right now, my era is solely in disc, and I'm focused on this type of system at the moment. So that's what I wanted to say there about, plan with me's and things like that. I noticed that a lot of you really don't care for them, because if I'm not using book bound, a lot of you don't really care. It's just something I noticed lately. But I've got to plan what works for me. So December looks pretty much the same as November. So I'm just gonna walk through December. So December, I have a tracker here. So if you followed or if you've watched any of the checklist layouts, when I was using the checklist layout, I was adding in this monthly habit tracker, and then I would split it between like moods and then my general monthly habits that I can track every day. I put this in here with grand intentions. Now I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I might take this out. We'll see. Or I might just, I don't know. I'm still working out the last bits of December. Basically, I don't have anything planned or anything set up or decorated. I don't really want to decorate. Well, I do want to decorate, but I don't really like my weeks that I'm planning. So like, for instance, I don't really like the weeks like this, like the weeks that I'm actually planning in, to be bogged up with big stickers. Like this is a really big sticker, but it was a holiday weekend, so I did go all out for this spread. But I don't really like having the big stickers take up too much of the space because I do have somewhat of a busy mom life. But I did add in, so I do have the undated dashboard layout, and I added in 1 month of that into here. And basically I was on the fence of ordering like the Happy Planner extension, the holiday, what is it, like the holiday extension pack. I was on the fence about ordering it. I had it in my cart quite a few times. I had it on my cart, in my cart on Amazon. I had it in my cart on Happy Planner. I've had things in my cart several times on Happy Planner with all the sales that they have going on. And if you know, you know, I am not a big Happy Planner fan, but recently or lately they have had a lot of really useful things that I like. And I did see some of the new 2024 planners, and I was just like, see, here they go. They reel me in with a layout and a design that I like, and then next year they change everything up, and then I don't see anything that I like. So that's why I can't consistently follow through with Happy Planner. But luckily I got the 18-month planner, and it is all of 2024, and it was 6 months of 2023. So basically I'm set. But yeah, that's my dilemma with Happy Planner. Like, they usually have some stuff that I like, and then they usually have a lot of stuff that I don't like, but I love their accessories. But anyway, that's neither here or there. So I went ahead and I added in 1 month, and I decorated this because this is the one that I want to do all the memory keeping in. So I'm going to use this calendar for monthly gratitude. So I'm going to do gratitude in every one of the boxes, and then getting there. So I'm going to do gratitude in all of the boxes, and then where I've went through with my stencil, and all I did was use this number stencil here, and I did it for every single week. So every week has these big numbers that I stenciled in, and including Christmas, I've decked out the Christmas week. So basically what I want to do is I want to journal something every single day. Now, granted, I already journal in the very back here of this planner. I already journal in the back, and I do long form journaling and things like that, but I want to journal something every single day here. This is something, if you have followed me for a really, really long time, a lot of you who are OG followers who followed me way back in my Germany days, you know that I used to use a standard traveler's notebook, and every week I would draw out, I would set up the week in a blank line notebook, and I would journal something every single day. And what I used to do back then is I used to draw like circles and stars, and I used to color them in and then write over them, so it was kind of like my background. So if you're familiar with that, then that is what I'm going to do here. And it's going to be very Christmassy and full of memories and things like that. And then what I want to do here is I want to write my highs for that week, my lows for that week, and then any pivotal moments that I want to highlight. So funny quotes, funny songs, funny movies, things like that. I want to highlight those pivotal moments here. So this will be like my December memory. And basically I'm doing that because my husband is not here for the holidays, and I just want to try to capture as many memories for him so that we have something to look back on, and also something to reflect on and talk about when he does return. So yes, that's my plan for that. Secondly, I do have some blank paper in here. I have like 2 sheets, I think. Yeah, I have like 2 sheets of blank paper in this part, because what I want to do is I want to do some Christmas lists, some wish lists, and some holiday movie lists, and some cookies lists, because I think I'm going to bake cookies with my son, and we're going to set it up like like for Christmas, we're gonna set it up so that way he thinks Santa Claus is coming to eat the cookies that he baked. So we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna basically set this up. And if you're familiar with the Standard TN videos that I had back, I don't even know, I think it was 2018, 2019, then you know I used to do that too, where I had a holiday book and I made like a wish list, like a Christmas list. So when I get there, I'll show that to you too. And then lastly, I just added in a couple of daily pages, as I noticed that there are some days that I'm just really swamped, and so a daily is always useful. I do have timed dailies, but I chose not to put those ones in because sometimes I don't really like following a time. I'm always on a schedule, and so sometimes I really don't want to be on a schedule. And I think the Happy Planner dailies are perfect because they're broken down between like your reminders, something for self-care, something you want to focus on, your top 3. You have sections where most people have told me they've used for tracking, so you can track like your water and you can track like your mood. So yeah, that's pretty dope. And then you have an extended to-do list, so this works as an extended daily for me. And yeah, that's basically December, and that was what November looked like. So let's see, if we go back to this week, so for starters, I do know that our appointments start back this Tuesday. I do know that I get my hemlock and oak order on Friday, and I'm super excited about that. I really want to do a plan with me, but I never know what's really going on until we get to like Monday. And then Monday I can for sure do my plan with me because I know for a fact what's happening for the week, because that's when everything starts to pour in. But as we like go into what is today? Today is Sunday. And yeah, I won't know anything until Monday. So basically, I'm going to highlight that we're having a snowstorm today, though. It started raining, but we're intended to get a snowstorm. So that'll base also what goes on for the week for me. But outside of that, I don't really have anything else to share with you. Let me know what you guys think about Plan With Me, is because like I said, I want to do them. I used to do them a whole lot in my personal rings, but the view that I get, or the kind of views that I get for doing them now in the Happy Planner and stuff are not the same as they have been for personal rings. So I don't want to waste your time and my time doing it, because I enjoy planning my week out, and to me it's very relaxing, and I don't usually film them anymore, but I always think that it's something else that I can share with you. I can share my process. So you let me know what you think. Outside of that, that's all that I have for you. I thank you so much for taking time to watch, and I will catch you guys in my next planner related video. Bye, loves.